My COVID story.
Story in 5, 4, 3, 2.
You guys, can I just be vulnerable? Maybe get a little emotional. I already am just thinking about this, and be humble with you guys. You guys know me as I'm being transparent. And I have a story that I just experienced, and it's my COVID experience. And I'm here to share with you guys that this thing, whatever it is, virus, whatever you want to call it, bioweapon, I don't know, but it is no joke. I'm probably the healthiest person that I know, and this thing did not discriminate. It does not care how wealthy you are, what gender you are, what race you are, where you live, how old you are, or how healthy you are. It can take you down. And I'm here. I survived it. It was very scary. I was alone. I was quarantined. I was probably a good 3 weeks. I didn't eat, you guys, for 6 days. I literally, from my health history on the internet, I was from 173 pounds. I went down to 141, something like that. You can do the math. That's a lot. And I'm a champion bodybuilder, so this is like very devastating for me. It was probably the most frightening thing because you don't know what's happening. I was like out of body. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone or something. It was just the weirdest thing. Just going to the mailbox was like a big event. So you can see I got super skinny. But I reached out at the end after week 2. I finally had to tell some people that I was sick. I couldn't make it to church. I couldn't spend time with my family. We had a year's in advance planning for my entire family to come out. My chosen sister took everybody on her boat to Catalina on this 5-star vacation. I couldn't go because I was sick. I literally got casted in a feature film. The director's calling me personally going, here's your booking, da-da-da-da. Wardrobe was calling me for my fitting, and I had to tell them, no, I got COVID, you guys. I can't come to set. And of course, Hollywood, you always have to have COVID tests ahead of time. Anyways, I missed out on so many things by being ill. But the point of this is not for you guys to feel sorry for me. The point of this whole message is to really dive deeper into my messaging to share how important it is to take your health seriously and make it a priority. You guys, if I wasn't as healthy as I was, I probably would have ended up in the hospital on a respirator and probably could have died. Okay, that's happening to people all over the world, as you know. You see it on the news every minute. But that didn't happen to me. I got the proper medication. I took care of myself. I did the C, the D3, the zinc, the Curcurin, I don't even know how to say it. And then a doctor put me on ivermectin, which I think that saved my life. But I went into this thing as healthy as can be because I put health as a habit and make it a priority in my life. So I'm here as your coach, as your friend, as your mentor, as someone that's here to support you in your journey of getting yourself back mentally and physically into shape, to making yourself a priority because you are worth it. Okay? Everybody's making everything else a priority. Their kids, their husband, their home, their family, their business, their networking group, all these things, speaking engagements, whatever it is, coaches out there. I hang out with a lot of women professionals that are so busy building their business that they forget about what? Themselves. You guys, you have it backwards. Think of the oxygen mask thing. You've got to make yourself a priority. In my case, I put faith first and then my fitness. And I'm just humbly sharing this with you from my heart because I care about people and I want you guys to take this seriously. I want to help you. I have so many tips and tricks behind the scenes that I can do and share with you. If you do get COVID, I can help you. If you don't want to get it, I can help you. If you just want to level up your fitness, I can help you. If you want to just change your mental mindset and become a better version of yourself from the inside out, I can help you. If you want to talk about faith, I can help you. I want to pray for you. Anyways, my name is Lauren Powers. I am a faith and fitness queen. I'm your new friend, your new coach, and I've got your back, you guys. You do not want to get this. So please, I pray for you. Put your faith first and your fitness in second in that priority, and then everything else levels up. With that, you be strong, be fierce, and from my heart, be you. Boom.
Cut.
Boom. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Power Hour. I'm your host, Lauren M. Powers. You guys like that? Lauren M. Powers, your faith and fitness queen. And thank you for letting me share my COVID story. I didn't mean to get all, on a down or anything like that, but it is so important, you guys. I've had so many friends that are just got sick. I literally came back from a huge women's conference. Well, let me just share with you. I tested negative on a Monday. And on Tuesday, after being 3 weeks of so sick, my doctor called me and said, you're negative on your PCR test. You're negative on your rapid results. You're strong enough. Go ahead and go to your conference. So the next day, I literally jumped on a plane and went to my networking conference in Dallas and spent 8 days there. And I was good. I was really skinny. People were like, "Oh my gosh, you look, are you okay?" But I had enough energy to get through it. It was amazing just to be around people, be alive again. I'm a very social being, and I love interaction with people, especially in networking, especially with professional women. That's my jam. So it was great. It kind of pulled me out. It helped with my mental fitness because I was so, alone. As I was said in the video, I was quarantined and by myself. And that can be very depressing, I can see where people get super, depressed literally, and their anxiety levels go up, and especially with the unknown of this crazy virus. And it could be very, very scary. And I experienced it. I'm better. Thank you for your kind comments. I've got Agnes and Eric and Peter Side Charming. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for saying yes. Your health, you guys, that is my message. I've been saying it for years now. Without your health, what is your wealth? And so just experiencing something like that really just, I think, deepens my own personal message to get out there and just let people know that they've got to take their health seriously. Make health a habit, you guys. This is my whole passion. There you go. Make health a habit, because the water we drink, the foods we eat, the vitamins maybe we're taking, all of these things, we're not getting the nutrients that we used to. In the air we breathe. I mean, come on, let's face it. We've got to biohack some of these things to keep healthy. So there's so many things going on. but the show isn't about COVID and on all that. I just wanted to share with you. But on a positive note, yes, I survived the COVID. And again, take it seriously, you guys. But on a fun note, because I'd like to use my weekly podcast, we missed Labor Day. So here we are back on, is let you guys know that I had the experience of working with a multi-Grammy award winning country singer. Her name is Casey Musgrave. Some of you may know her. I personally did not. There you go. And I was a principal actress in this big project. It's called Star Crossed, and it's going to be a 50-minute music video of this song. And I don't know, the budget was probably, it's like in the millions, you guys. It was huge. It was a 10-day long production with probably, I don't know, 200-300 people, like a lot. I mean, there was just so many people on crew and the cast, and I don't know, there's a trailer. I think we have a link to the trailer, so if you guys want to see that, it's pretty epic. So that just came out September 10th, so I'm safe to say that we'll look for it. It will be out on our YouTube channels coming up as soon as it's released on YouTube. But it was really fun and thrilling to be part of that. And a little behind the scenes story, because I didn't really know who she was. Sometimes that's better, because a lot of people are all starstruck and crazy. And so my scene finally comes up after like a 6-hour fitting, all the stuff. There's a whole behind the scenes story. But I walk up to her and I'm like, well, I guess I spanked Lady Gaga's ass, so I guess I can carry yours. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, really. I'm in her telephone music video and stuff. And so she's like, okay, just don't drop me. And then I was teasing with her. I'm like, what'd you eat for breakfast? How much do you weigh? And we just had a fun. So I built this rapport. No one gets pictures with her. But as you can see, I did. I had to go through the bodyguard, through the manager, and talk with her, and just to get a couple photos. But I promised her I'd put her in my book, Beneath the Muscle, Unleash Your Inner Champion, next to my photo with J-Lo. So with that, it's going to be released. I love my fans. There you go. There's Jennifer and I. I did the same thing with her. Had talked to the director and just, set the intention. I'm getting a photo with her. I was the only one, again, out of 300 people that got a photo with Jennifer Lopez. And I did the same thing with Casey Musgrave. So I'm super excited. That just got released. I haven't even seen the final project yet myself. I only know that I'm in the trailer. You saw the pictures. But anyways, blah, blah, blah. Enough about what's been going on with me, because you guys, I have an amazing guest, as I always do on the Power Hour. And today's no other. I've got Dr. T, as she goes by. Her name is Theresa Ashby. And she's going to talk to you about how to make money online, because of this COVID and what's going on in our world. We all need to kind of pivot, change our focus, especially people that are speakers and do live events like myself. I had to figure out how to keep things rolling. And she's going to share with us how she's doing it and how she coaches people to continue making an income financially and up their business. So I'm going to bring her on the show right now, you guys. Enough about me talking. I could go on forever. There she is, Dr. T. Yes, on her podcast. Dr. T is in the house, literally. I'm super excited you're here, because I know you have some amazing information you want to share. And my audience is mainly professional people that, are speakers, entrepreneurs, and need to figure out how to switch their business up. You know what I mean? There's so much stuff going on. So let's talk, girlfriend.
All right.
I know you're so awesome.
I love it.
We just roll. We have
right?
We don't script. I don't have questions. We don't rehearse. I just come on the show. Here you go. And let's tell us what you want.
That's always the best, especially for somebody like you who is just so social and, loves people, and you're so authentic that for me, being here with you today is just incredible. And I'm glad that we're chatting.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want you to use this platform to really, let people know what you do and how to get a hold of you. And again, this is a way this is my gift to let other, professionals get their message out, because it's hard. There's so much noise out there. As you know, the internet's polluted with everybody in their world has coaches and programs and memberships and speaking. I mean, it's just insane. It's gotten, because of COVID, everybody went online. So you really have to figure out how to stand out, how to have clarity with your messaging, what your branding is. I mean, all of this stuff it's a big process. I've been going through it, so I know, it's a big thing, but you have a whole system, I believe.
We do. And I just have to say there's a couple of things. One, I am I am a reformed corporate executive, gone entrepreneur.
Okay,
Right?
I love it.
So I'm just going to tell you that. And the reason I got out of the corporate world was because I didn't feel like I was serving enough people. I felt like I was in a box. And my whole entire goal has been to help people who have businesses to scale. And we struggle, entrepreneurs struggle with that. Businesses grow to a certain point and then they have to up level. And that is really why I'm doing the work I'm doing. And our mission at Kaleidoscope Media Services is to help 100,000 businesses scale by adding digital products like e-learning courses or membership sites or communities. And you know that you have a huge community and you know how important people's messages are. And we can do that by e-learning courses, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that because I'm personally interested in that. I'm like, right in the process of doing an online course as well, because with the training and all that, I want to reach more people like you do.
Yeah.
And then like I've been talking about in the COVID thing is about how to up level our health and how to take care of them. We got to be physical. We need movement in our bodies. And a lot of people don't know where to start and they don't want to go to these big gyms. It's intimidating and the trainers are expensive and they, there's so many machines and the music and the noise. It could be very overwhelming for some of these people, especially, my target market is women professionals, 40, 50, 60 years old or plus that may never really worked out that much. So I really, want this membership site to break it down in modules. And so people can go there at their safety in their own home, by, and not worry about what they're wearing or makeup or any of these things, and then get their workout in because it's so important. So I really want to get your eyes on what's happening and your feedback. I would really appreciate that. And because I'm sure there's a lot of people like me that have to go online.
Of course. And it's not going to go away, Warren. It's not going to go away. And so the thing is about when you are sitting and you're hearing all these people doing these e-learning courses, people say, am I too far behind? No, get on it now. You have the ability to do this. And the first thing we look at is, what is your business model currently? So you may have an in-person, like you do in-person coaching, right? Well, that's your larger package. But the people that don't know you, or maybe they can't afford you, we have to find that package that is priced better, lower, and somebody can do that. And that's what the leveraging of the e-learning courses are. So you can have an e-learning course that maybe is $29.95. And then you may have an entry-level package that you do group coaching or mentoring or a group workout. And then the next thing is that one-on-one where you work individually. And I think that is so important for people to understand how they're going to scale their business in that way. Don't just add an e-learning course just to add it. It takes work, but understand the pricing model and understand how you're going to, I know we don't like this word, but how we're going to upsell people into these other packages.
Well, so that they get more access to you. So that, of course, it's going to cost more money because it's more access to you and your information, your expertise, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people expect that. You want one-on-one and VIP. It's always an investment. It is an investment. And it's not a bad word. It's rolling somebody in what they need.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if they want it bad enough, they're going to find the money. Let's just get real right there. I mean, I've been to so many coaching things that are, $28,000 for 9 months or, $100,000 for the year and all this. And people are like, whoa. But if they want it, they're hungry, they find the money. So it should never be an issue of money.
No,
or time.
It's an investment in yourself, right?
Absolutely. And listen to my story. It's like the health should be your number one priority. I don't care over your wealth. It just needs to be.
Yeah.
And I should have thousands and thousands of people, millions of people in my programs, but I'm still building. So I really want to hear what you say because it's still new. And, I come in from an athlete point of view and being a competitor and then a promoter of the competitions. Mm-hmm. And now I want this online presence. And again, it's very competitive.
Yep.
And it's, the pricing is pretty crazy and you can watch YouTube videos, but you have to connect with the person. I think that's the part that maybe you specialize in as well, to help with people to know, like, and trust you. So they want to invest in you and relate to you And because I'm not for everybody, I get that, but I'm for a lot of people, right?
Right.
And so
Right.
if I'm your girl and you relate to me, then invest in yourself and let me get you results. It's pretty
Yeah.
simple, but I have to have the modules, I guess, or there
Yeah.
is modules different than e-learning. I mean,
Well, so here's how we describe building your e-learning course. First of all, we talked about the scalability model. The next thing is in the development of it. So we do the development and the production, but the development we call it modules, lessons, and then components. And those modules are those high level chapters, so to speak. Like if you read a book, it's like the module is that high level. Then you have the lessons underneath each one of those modules. And then you have components, and your components are really things like, do you do a quote within there? Do you do a live video? How do you produce the course? And then you take that and then you write the script. And by the way, notice I haven't named it or priced it yet or decided what platform to sell it on. You need your modules, your lessons, and then your components. Once you understand that, and then you're scripting it. And by the way, scripting is very different than speaking on stage, because guess what? They're not there. You're not there to answer those questions. And it has to flow very smoothly for that listener. The idea is at the end of the time that they take your course, when they're all done, start there. What is the transformation your client is going to have? You're very clear on the transformation. But when you're building your e-learning course, write it down. The transformation for everybody that takes that course is to live healthier, feel stronger, be fierce, right?
Yeah.
And everything you do backs up into that as you're developing it.
So would you say you start from the end and then re-engineer?
Yes,
100%. Reverse
100%.
engineer the whole program.
That's right.
From the beginning. So you start in the end in mind.
Uh-huh.
And then you work backwards. Okay, that makes sense. I've heard that.
That way you're stay focused and on target for your client avatar.
Okay.
Yeah. And then people go, okay, but what do I name it? How do I price it? What platform do I put it on?
They want to do that first.
Yeah, they want to do that first, right? Because they're like calculating, well, what's my 10x if I charge $100 and I sell 100 of them, right? But you can't really price it until you understand content. How long is the course? What are you teaching? What are the downloads you're offering? I mean, you have to understand that piece of it before you can price it. And of course, you need to do research on what other people are doing and things like that. Then the naming of it. The naming has to be very clear, not clever. So many people name things with this clever, cutesy, popping title, and people are like, what is that? What does that mean? So, I mean, when you named your books, right? You are very clear what those books offer. And that's how you have to name your e-course. And then the platform. The platform is the last thing you want to decide on what to sell your courses on. Or if you're doing a membership site or a digital community. Because often people buy these very expensive $200-300 a month platforms, but they have so many bells and whistles, they'll never use it, when you may be able to do it in a $20 platform.
I see. So for example, like which ones? Like when you say platform, what are you talking about?
So like there's Kajabi. A lot of people know about Kajabi. There's Thinkific. There's a lot of people know about Udemy. So they all have different pros.
Okay, so the platform. Okay, I see where you're hosting it.
Where you're hosting it, yes.
Got it. So I have Kartra, for example. So that's another one, very similar to
Kartra. And for you, it makes sense for you to have Kartra because the
modules can go in there.
You have the modules in there. You also do a lot of other opportunities, like in Kartra and Kajabi. You can do your marketing out of there. You can do your funnels right straight through there. But for some people who aren't going to have that,
they don't need that, right?
They don't need it. And so we don't want you to spend extra money on that piece of it because we want you to spend money on the production part.
Yeah, that's your piece. Yeah, right. The front end.
Yeah. Let's get you the course written and then the scripting and then the production piece.
So you coach Dr. T on all those
Yes, we have a very systematic method where we go through discovery, development, production, because it is something that's going to live on. We have people that
That's
come
it.
to us because they want a legacy. They want to leave their legacy. And that's why they create some of these digital courses.
Right, because once it's done, though, that's the beauty of it. I always say that once it's done, it's done. You don't have to go
Done.
think about it. You can always add on, but it's
Yes.
done. So you only have to do it once. It's a
Yes.
big undertaking
Yes.
because I've been there. It's like, oh gosh, it's a big
Right.
deal. But once it's done, it's done. And then once it's it's produced and you're good, and then you can always just keep leveling up.
Keep adding. Right, because you can do them in bundles, right? You can actually have 3 e-learning courses and sell 1 or 2 or 3 or all 3 together. So, that's a great thing. And for you, you're extremely versed with being on camera. You're extremely
Thank
versed
goodness,
with
because I'm on it all
right?
the time.
You're on it all the time.
Yes.
But let's take the pressure off of your listeners. Let's take all the pressure off.
Yeah, that's just me. That's rare.
That's you. You don't have to be on video. We teach you how to, we teach you the hacks, right? How can you do voiceovers? How do you pop in maybe a little bit of on video to get people to see who you are? So I don't want people to be scared because or back off doing this because they're like, well, I see Theresa, or I see Dr. T, I see Lauren, they're all so good in front of the camera. Let me tell you, when you're on stage talking and then you go into camera, I even go every once in a while, right? But you just learn how to make that happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a skill, but if you don't have to do it to build your e-course, for those of people that don't like it,
right?
Of courses for that too, how to be more comfortable on videos, because I know a lot of coaches that teach that.
Yeah.
But there's courses for everything,
There
and
is.
that's the beauty of it. But again, there's a lot of stuff out there, so
yeah.
You have to have. I think production is a big deal. Like even my show that we're on right now, you could see it's produced. I've got the background, I've got the logo in the front, I got the name on the bottom. We have our names in there, and there's things like pop in and banners, and it's very interactive. But that's production, so it's not just me talking in front of a white wall with no interaction. We'll put links, we'll put your books, we'll put my book. You'll see as we go through. It's a very high level production, and I think people are spoiled now, and they want good quality.
Man. Boy,
so right, Dr. T. I mean, this is what you do. You do quality e-courses that are specific to the point, delivering good content, so people want to invest and train with the person. It's a big deal. They don't understand. A lot of people don't understand that. It's a big deal.
It is they don't understand that, and they think it's just something you can throw together. But when you look at any of your work, okay, we know your brand. Your brand is very clear.
Purple,
purple, right? I mean, it's about people know that you're about health and fitness,
right?
There's no question.
And body,
right?
The brand,
yeah.
It's building back. I lost 10 pounds of muscle, but we're building it back. It's coming back, people.
Well. Yes,
yeah,
which is an example for all of us, right? We get sick and then we have to build it back.
Yeah, but that's okay. It muscle has memory, and it's patience. It's like with anything.
Yeah.
But no, I love this because we're talking about importance of your image, your branding, your logos. Every little thing matters when you get to this high level thing. When you're charging money and asking people to invest with you, you better deliver, because
and it has to be delivered in a way that's pleasing to your avatar, not pleasing to you. It has to be pleasing to the
I like that. My audience hates it. That's not going to work out too well.
It's not gonna work, right?
Yeah. It makes sense.
That's why we spend time looking at your brand, looking at your tone, looking at the flavor of what the video is going to look like. Because we want your avatar to go, wow, this is great.
Yeah, I have to have this. Yeah,
I have to have it.
Yeah, that's the goal, right?
That's the goal, and that is why we start with the end in mind, and we understand what you want that person to transform into, and then you can create it. Because you're right, attention spans are very short, very short. So you have to do these and get your point across. Do not ramble.
We want an Instagram, instant, instant, instant.
Instant, everything's instant. And then it has to be just so pleasing to the eye, and
Mm-hmm.
just people are drawn in. And that's where that production comes. It's just they're drawn into all of it. And they're like, okay. And then guess what? They want to share their e-learning course with other people. And then guess
Right.
what? They want you, more of you and more of you. And so they're like, okay, I need to work one-on-one with you.
Right.
That's what you want from these e-courses.
Right. You can start small with the e-course and it's low in investment. And then you like the middle investment, then you have the higher ticket investment. And that again is more access to the coach, whoever that may be, or the owner of the product, whatever it is. And I get that. So that has to make sense. So you do all the production from start to finish. It sounds like a complete service.
We get you from the time you call us and say, I have this idea, all the way to where they can push the buy button. We take you through the whole thing.
Sweet.
Yes. We make it super simple too. Easy, simple. And we want you not to take the burden of having to figure out all of how do I do it. We guide you through how you do it.
Yeah, because I'm not the tech person. I mean, thank goodness I have my team, because there's no way. You have to have a service, and because to figure out this, there's no way I would be bald. I'd pull out all my hair. You know what I mean? I don't want to spend the time. That's not my lane, if you will.
Oh, I love that, Lauren. It's not your lane. And
it is not my lane. I want to stay in my lane.
Stay in your lane.
Hire people like you. That I love that it's all inclusive, because I didn't know that even existed, because it's very confusing. There's so many components to this, and so many steps and strategies, like you said, from naming the course to the end in mind, to the look, the feel, the energy, there's so much to this, and you just don't want to throw stuff up there that's not going to convert.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
That's a huge thing. We want things that we know are going to hit your avatar, like you say, or your ideal client is how I say, the people that you want to work with. And it's important that you know what you're doing. There's no way I would have never.
I know, right?
There's no way I would have I don't even want to waste my time doing it, because again, that's, I'm the talent. I'm the expert, or I'm the influencer. I'm not the technical person. I'm not the producer, like even of the show. I'm not the person behind putting up links. And there's no way. I don't want to be. I don't want to know how to build a website. That's not my interest. Answering emails is a big effort for me. Because but because I don't want to be on the computer that much. That's not where I thrive. So I think just knowing that there's services like yours out there, and if you are an entrepreneur or an inventor or someone, and you want to get your message out, and you have a program in mind that you can teach people there's something that's bigger than you that you need to share, and to have a service like you that can take you from an idea all the way to like the buy button, like you said, that is huge. How long have you been doing this?
Well, 4.5 years. So way before COVID, right?
So you were ahead of the game.
We're ahead. Yeah, very much so. And we're staying ahead of it. We're watching all of the trends.
Mm-hmm.
We've kind of been talking about this, the technical piece of it, and how we can help you.
Mm-hmm.
When people sit back and think, if they're authors, consultants, coaches, look, there's only so many hours in the day, and we can max out all of our billable hours. You have no more billable hours. You have 8 hours, but then often you're working with your clients, and at the end of the day, guess what you have to do? You do all the follow-up and all the paperwork, and book some more, and then market some more, right? Well, guess what? Creating an e-learning course helps you free up your time and generate more revenue.
Yes.
Well, you're not having to be there. And that
24/7. That's the beauty of it.
24/7.
Right.
Let's do this. Let's get more people so they can have that freedom. They can build that business.
Right. And then you can always just keep adding to it. Do you have like a whole production team that like writers and camera crews and lighting and like all of that stuff? Or
we do. It depends on where the person is located. We find somebody that can go in, and we've had people do it themselves with just their phone. We show them hacks. Like,
these things are I do all myself.
You do them, right? We
3 cameras. That's great.
Exactly. Or we find somebody, we've had them go into, with COVID, into their home studio or their home office and help them with the lighting. All the way to last week, we were in studio in Burbank in a full-on studio with a video crew videotaping one of our clients for their course.
Okay.
And it depends on what you want to do. It depends on how much video you want, what it's going to look like, but we take care of helping you get all of that done.
I love it. This is so in need. What a great place to be in, especially ahead of what's happening as far as the trends. So you already have the experience, the knowledge, the results, the testimonials, the happy clients. Yes. You've worked out all your own bugs. I mean, 4.5 years is a long time to be doing productions of e-courses.
We've worked out a lot of our bugs, but as an entrepreneur, we're always trying to get better. So I mean, you're always transparent with everybody. But
Diana says you rock, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Diana.
Our winning executive managing director of our eWomen.
Yes. We love her too.
We love her. She won 3 years in a row. I call her Queen. I was her bodyguard at the conference, walking through. Excuse me, Queen coming through. No photos. Paparazzi's looking at her. Yeah, see, Diana needs you. See, she's probably building an online course.
No,
that's awesome. This is a great service. I mean, I'm already in the process of it, but I would love you to, maybe work with you on some pieces of this.
Definitely. And I would love to just chat with you, because I think for you and for other people and your listeners, it's not just that. We find when people start their first course, they're like, oh, and then they're like, wait a minute, I have a second one and I have a third one. It's in my head. I need to do it. And we're like, that's what happens. And then people go, wait a minute, I have a big following. Why am I not creating this digital community where like-minded people are coming together and we're talking and we're learning together? And then I can sell my course within that digital community. There's so many options, Lauren. There's like just gazillions. And you know what? I would love it if your listeners, look, they just have to get a hold of me and I'll spend a half hour with them, because I'm with you 30 minutes. I'll give them information, talk to them. I just want people, like I said, I left corporate America to help people. We're on a mission. Let's just make it happen.
Yes, exactly. I got my power built hat on because powered by Jesus and powered by my body. Come on now.
Yeah.
What was I going to ask you? How do we get a hold of you? Like how?
Yes. So
we have links, I'm sure
they're going to show you a couple things, but the easiest way is you can go to my website, Kaleidoscope Media Services. That's with an S.com. And you can hop on there, and that's our website. And then listen, my email, really easy. It's Theresa, THERESA at kaleidoscopemediaservices.com. Call me and just get a hold of me. I would love, because your people that follow you are like-minded, and those are the people we want to work with. We want to work with people that are like you and like,
Thank you. Well, because some people are a nightmare to work with too. I mean, I'm in a position too that, I can pick and choose who I want to get a transformation for on the back end and have breakthroughs for, because some people are just not open-minded and they don't really want it. You know what I mean? And I don't want to talk anybody into taking care of themselves. If they don't want to, they're not going to. There's a lot of people that have let themselves go, especially because of COVID. And they know where I'm at. If they're ready to make a change and have a breakthrough and to go through the course, if you will, and get a transformation, then they know how to find me. And I think it's the same thing with you. If you're ready, if you've got a course inside of you, like Diana, sounds like she's ready. She wants to make this happen. And so I love that you're all inclusive.
It really is. We
one-stop shop
to make it so easy for you, and you don't have to worry about the how. We will just take you through that. Just worry about the now and get it out there. Create your content that is your brilliance, and let's get it out there.
I love that. That's so great. So we showed some pieces of the website. Can we put that link up again, just for those that didn't get it? If you guys want to maybe take a snapshot of it, because this is also a podcast. So I love that you said it. Yeah. So if you want to announce what it is again.
Yep. So go to Kaleidoscope Media Services, our website, and you can contact me through there. My email address is Theresa, THERESA at Kaleidoscope Media Services. That's the easiest way. But guess what, Lauren? Just like you, they can DM me on Facebook too. Just
That's
go
right.
for it. Find me. You'll find me. I'm out there.
Right.
Yeah. And you know what? The other thing is if they go to our website, there we have a space where they can download a document that shows them a consulting business model versus a new scalability model with e-learning courses. So they can actually see the difference on the two types of models. So that's free. They can just go and get that downloaded for them.
So it shows you how to do workshops and events.
Yeah, it kind of shows you like starting out what you're doing, how you're scaling your business, and where a workshop would go, a live workshop versus where a digital product would go. So they can.
Okay. Yeah. And then the links are in the chat as well. There's your email. We did your website. Yes. And that's all big stuff, you guys. I mean, because it's overwhelming. I'm not going to candy coat this. Putting your course online is a huge process if you're doing it correctly.
Yes.
Like you said, I mean, anybody can throw up anything now these days. It's not, it's not rocket science. You can struggle through it if you're not tech savvy. However, with all the competition out there and whatever it is, you're probably not the only one doing it. Let's just be real, right?
Right.
Like I'm not the only fitness coach that preaches health.
Right.
There's a bazillion people. So the process has to be done. I think I love that with the end in mind and reverse engineer, but with all those components that you offer and that you do everything, that is really huge. You don't have to go out and hire a production crew. You don't have to go or like the camera person. You don't have to hire the messaging, the copywriter. You don't have to hire the lighting person. You don't have to hire the audio person. You don't have to hire the person that's going to put it on the platforms, the designer, like the branding coach, oh my gosh.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yes. And I've kind of pieced myself together too, because I didn't have my team that I have now, which I'm so grateful for. You could see what they do for me from the, calling it the power hour, which I love. And it's just mine, just for your feedback. I'm doing just Powers Home Workout. Simple. That's the title, right? There you go. Coming soon. There you go.
Let's see. That's you. And guess what it is? It's a home workout. Not clever, but boy, it's clarity all there. I want to know exactly what I'm buying. And I cannot tell you how often people come up with these just like names. And I'm like, I'm not even sure what that's all about. So it's perfect. Home workout.
Yeah, but like you said, they liked it because they thought it was clever, but the audience doesn't even have a clue what it is. So it's not a win.
Yeah, no, it's not.
We want to get results and we want to convert. Really, the whole purpose of this is to enroll people in whatever it is, from whether it's a $997 program up to $100,000 a year. It doesn't matter.
That's
want the conversion, and the higher your ticket item you're offering, you better have some good content.
You better have some good content.
Right. And are you getting those? Right. And if you're saying this is the breakthrough or the transformation or whatever it is, you better back it up with all your content.
Right.
But you can't guarantee the work. Like for me, especially, I can say, oh, you're going to lose 10 pounds. But if they don't do the work, I only with them with a certain, it's they always want to blame the coach, and it's not the coach. It's like, hello, you didn't eat right. You were drinking all night. Like whatever it is. People always, they want to get mad at me. And I'm like, it's not happening.
No.
This is what I told you to do. If you don't do it, you're not going to get the results. It's just like anything. If you don't do, I've been in a lot of coaching programs too. And I'm guilty of it too. If I don't do the work, how am I going to get the results? If I don't watch the modules and all of that, I've been through it. And personally, I'm not a module learner. I like one-on-one. I like to be at the events live. I like the coaching live. And so I want that higher ticket program. I want to invest in that because I want that coach, whether it's on Zoom or in person. I want that attention. But you have to invest in it. Of course, it's going to cost more, but it's what results you want to get. And if your ROI, the return on your investment, is worth it, then why wouldn't you? It doesn't matter if it's $10 or $10,000. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So people need to realize this, but people don't think that way, Dr. T. You know that. It's like you have to keep coaching these people. I've already done the work. I have already invested in myself for years and years, but now I want to share my information and my expertise and my past journey with you. So that costs money because I've spent the money. Now you get to, right?
Well, right, and it's your credentials, right? It's your cred. I mean, look, why wouldn't somebody want to work with you? You've been there, done that.
Exactly. Been there, done that.
We started out going, we want to build our own products. Wow, it's really hard. And then we just rolled up our sleeves and we did it. And now we want you.
Yes.
We're teaching it. We're guiding you. We're pulling you through. I just think that's the way it is. And, imagine you never having to tell somebody when they're online, you're on a call with them and they want to work with you. You never have to tell them, no, they can't, because they can't afford you, because you have this new option.
Right. I like that. So you always have something for them at any level. They can come in at any level they want.
Yes.
They don't have the 10 grand, or the 5 or the,
but they have a couple $100 and they can get your information and learn from you.
Yeah.
Wow. How amazing is that?
Yeah. So they still get value.
But that goes back to what you're saying about, but you gotta create it and write your script right and organize it right and produce it right, so the value is there.
Right. You can't just say it. Darn it.
Darn it. I know. Darn it. I can't just get up and ramble and tell my stories I like to tell.
Right. Exactly. Right. But that's good. I just love what you're doing. That's just amazing. People know how to get a hold of you now. And also, well, you've got the big microphone there, which leads me to your next claim to fame and how you got Dr. T. Is because you have kind of what we're doing now is a huge podcast.
I do, and it's called Heart, Hustle, and Humor.
And I
check
love
us out.
I absolutely love that. And that's how I met you. I met you at the when we were networking, and you came up to me and we just started chatting. You're like, I know you. Blah, blah, blah.
I know you.
And then you're like, I have this podcast. And as soon as you told me the title, I'm like, I'm in. And I left the conference with like 300 women to go live on your show because I made a commitment, and I'm all about integrity.
Oh, yeah.
So I was, in my hotel room on here, and we had so much fun. Oh my gosh. I just love that title. That is clever, but it's clear.
It's very clear, right? You got to have heart. You got to have hustle. And boy, we better have some humor in our life if we're going to do this.
Yes. Right. Especially laugh at yourself. Cause there's days where you just want to,
I know.
wrangle your own self.
Right. Well, and I do have to tell your audience that you are, an amazing person, and you are such an influencer, and it's always that moment of making a choice, and whatever you do in business, it's about making the choice. And I saw you there, and I thought, I want her so bad to be a guest on my podcast. And I walked right up to you, and because you exude everything you say, you're like, yes, I'm in. I live the heart, hustle, and humor. I'm in.
Boom.
Boom. Make the decision. Don't worry about it.
Yes, because it resonated with me, and your energy, and the fact that you just asked me. That's the thing too. I'm in another group that Robbie Motter. Then her thing is the power is in the ask. So if you never approached me, I wouldn't have known that's what you do, and then this would have never happened, and you wouldn't be on my show. I mean, so you've got to put yourself out there, take some risk. You guys have that confidence, and just ask. What's the worst thing that can happen? I could have said, no, I'm busy, or that doesn't resonate with me, or whatever. But no, I immediately let's do it. And then we did it. It was a blast. It comes out next week?
Next week it'll be out.
Do we have a preview though? An exclusive?
You do not have a preview of it.
I do not. They have to wait a week.
They have to wait. But
so I'm going to be on the Heart, Hustle, and Humor show on Dr. T. There it is.
Look at there it is.
Yeah, on Dr. T's show, Theresa Ashby's. And that we had a great time. So we just talked about a whole nother thing that we're talking about now. This is your other business, the Kaleidoscope Media, obviously. Right. But that's your other hustle.
That's right. Always hustling. You got to have
fun. And everybody speaks from the heart. And those are, that's when you asked me, I'm just like, absolutely, I didn't even know you. And I just thought that was so amazing. And we had a good time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just, again, and having fun. And we did laugh a lot. Yeah. What is Diana saying? No purpose, no drive. No fun, no reason. There you go. No reason, right? Diana? Yeah, if it's not fun, I said that a lot when I was competing, and because there's a lot that goes into when you're an athlete in that level competing on stage. Yeah. And I'm like, the minute I'm not having fun doing this, because I see a lot of miserable people, especially
Mhm.
with the diet. I'm like, the minute I stop having fun, I'm done.
Yeah.
And I stay true to my word. I did it until it wasn't fun anymore. But then I decided, I'm like, you know what? Instead of being the athlete, I'm going to be the promoter. It only took me 10 years to figure that out. Instead of me paying to compete, now they paid me. And hence my shirt, Powers Fitness Events, which I wanted, have a couple more coming up. I obviously got shut down because of COVID, but
Yeah.
I provide a stage for athletes to come and compete and not be judged for, who their coach is and what teams they're on and all the politics that are
Mm.
involved with fitness at that level, but just have a safe platform that they're judged by the physique they bring to the stage that day. Diana's been to a couple of my events, and it's a really big deal. But I forgot where I was going with that. It's just deciding and asking and making a decision and following through. And this is things that I coach on, is like, you have to want this. So if you have an program inside of you and you want to get it out, what better way than going to an all-inclusive service that can take you from A to Z without all the stress and confusion, and it's overwhelming, and there's just a lot of components. And so I totally love personally what you're doing. I just do. If I would have known about you 3 years ago, I'd probably be a bazillionaire. Right. I'm
Hey.
just saying, because that, you get that monthly residual income
Yeah.
from just being online. And like we talked about, it's 24/7. Once it's done, it's done.
It's
And you can,
done.
yeah, it's done. And then you can just do your next one, like you said, and then you have fun. And then believe it gets easier as you go.
Oh,
And
way easier, way
right.
easier. Because that learning curve of what do I do and how do I narrow it down? I mean, you have so much content in your head. It's about, where do you even start? But
Correct.
apparently you start at a home workout, and that's where you're going
Yeah,
for
you
it.
like that. And then I go backwards. Well, I'm like, okay, I want to just do something at home, because not everybody wants to go to a gym. And then, of course, we had COVID, and who knows what's happening in our world now. We could be shut down again. I don't know. Please, let's not. But you know what I'm saying? So we just never know. And a lot of people don't want to wear the mask while they're training. And there's just a lot of things to it. And so I'm like, let's make it simple with minimal equipment. So it's a really light investment, but I can literally do a complete body workout with just a couple pieces of equipment in the comfort of your own home by yourself, or with someone to help you, or me guiding you on virtually. And I think it's, there's a need for it, but people have to want it. And again, you know what I mean? And that's just the thing. It's like, it's because these things are investments. They're not, they're not to be taken lightly. And we put a lot of work into it. And it costs us money. These productions, like this show, cost me money. It's not like it just does. It's production. You have to pay for what you want, but you just have to want it bad enough. And if you're having fun and it is your side hustle like this, and you have humor with it, and you come from the heart, it's a win-win, right?
It is a win-win. It is such a win-win.
Yeah. And I'm all about win-win. I don't like to waste my time or anybody else's. And so if it's not fun, forget it. Like Dad said, no reason.
Man, she got it right on. Absolutely no reason.
Yeah, I just don't do it. My mom always says, she's like, if you want something, Lauren, she goes, you're the most motivated, unstoppable person I've ever met in my life. If you just set your mind on something, nothing stops you. And since a little girl. But on the other hand, if I don't want to do something, I am like the most unmovable person, because if I don't want to do it, I just don't do it.
I could see some rounds going with your mom.
Yeah, right. Right. It's like, since I was 2 years old, like I didn't want to walk at the zoo. It's in my book, a story. My dad's like, we're walking, and made me walk, and I just went, nope. I just sat down. 2 years old. Would take another step. His girlfriend had to come back and pick me up, because she would like left me there. You know what I mean? Because I just like very stubborn in some ways, but it's either unstoppable or unmovable. Kind of no gray area. I'm working on it.
You know what? I think everybody is unstoppable and unmovable. It's just that sometimes we play the gray area, and we don't announce that that's how we feel.
Got it. Well, I'm transparent.
I mean, there's just some things I don't want to do too. And, it's like, I'm just not going to do it, people. I'm just not going to do it. But
you do it for them. And that's my point of all of this story, is that you do this for them. Hold their hand through the process. And so it's not stressful, and it's guided. And that's a really powerful thing, Dr. T. I'm really glad you're letting people know about this because I think it's a really big deal that your services are available. I don't know too many people that do what you're doing personally.
Right.
And
Well, and I think we do it because we care, you know,
nice.
and
From the heart.
from the heart. It really, and that's really how the Heart, Hustle, and Humor came out,
I
because
knew it.
that's sort of just me. That's my business partner.
Yeah.
We just have a big heart and want to help people, and we're going to help you hustle. And we laugh a lot. We laugh a lot.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, awesome. Anything else you want to add? Because I just like to respect people's time. I'm not sure where we're at. We've got just a few minutes left, and I have to do some
Last minute
stuff.
You know, I just want to say thank you to you. You're an amazing host. I appreciate it. You were an amazing guest on my podcast for next week. You're an incredible person. And just for your listeners, I'm here for you. Give us a call, talk to me. Let's just spend 30 minutes together. It's a no sales zone. But remember, when you're building your course, start with the end in mind, and you're going to create amazing transformation for your clients.
Boom. Yes. Okay. Well, you can go ahead and stay online with us. I just want to say, if you want to be a guest like Theresa, Dr. T was on my show, go ahead and fill out the guest form. It's powerhourtv.com/guest. Once again, that's powerhourtv.com/guest. Just fill out our apps. My team books all my guests on the show. If I don't know you personally, love to have you. If you have a message and a strong programs like Dr. T has available, or you want me to be a guest on your show, let us know that too. I do a lot of interviews now. I love obviously being on camera, clearly. But because it's just getting the message out and just sharing, just share. And I'm here to serve like you. We come from the heart. We have that same mindset. That's why we connected immediately. And I'm so grateful for that. I get to see you every month at our eWomen with our Queen Diana.
Yep.
And that's amazing, because we're building a tribe of like-minded people that need our services, need our products, need our, whatever it is that we're offering. And I think that's really cool that we can all, collaborate together. Instead of compete together as women, we collaborate. This is a big thing with me, people that, especially, I'm a competitor, so I know what it's like to be judged and all this stuff. And I'm not about that. I'm about serving and lifting women up, and to rise up and encourage and inspire and motivate and all these positive things. Like you said, I want to be here for you. I really want you guys to make health a habit. You are worth it. I promise you. There you go. It's so important, you guys. I've got tons of information regarding this. Don't let what happened to me happen to you. Again, it doesn't matter. This virus out there does not discriminate. And I believe we all have somebody that we know now that has gotten it or has it right now. And it is a scary thing. And I just believe the healthier you are now, and the more fit you are, and the more confidence you have, and all of these things, and being smart about what's going on, just really in that great positive mindset, you can get through this kind of like I did. So with that, anything else? Parting words, Miss Dr. T?
I just adore you. Hey, you're beautiful. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I am your faith and fitness queen, putting faith first and then fitness, making health a habit, you guys, because I'm going to say it again, because you are worth it. And if you want to get your e-course online, Kaleidoscope Media is your girl. Dr. T is going to take care of you. How easy does that get, right? I don't know about the investments and all that, but I'm sure it's totally worth it not to stress out, and you get it done in a timely manner. I think that we didn't mention that, but I think that's a huge thing, because if it were up to me, it would never get done, because I hate it. I want to sit there and do it. I would just want, again, I'm immovable. If I don't want to do it, it wouldn't get done. But if I'm paying someone to do it, then I'm going to interact and make sure it gets done, right? You want that connection with your clients, that they have to give you the information, right? To build their courses. So that's another part of it as well. But anyways, where we at? Just a couple minutes. I want to wrap up. Any more questions from the people? I know we've got Diana, who's been very interactive. Thank you. Collaboration versus competition. That's right, girlfriend. Of course online. Yes, call Dr. T. Boom.
Boom.
She loves my lingo. Yes, super excited to be here, you guys. The podcast is everywhere. I think we're going to post that as well. There it is. You can see it's on all the things. So Dr. T, your information will be out on, Google and Apple. It's also on Amazon Music. It's on Audible. That's new. We just added that. All kinds of places. So we're still fairly new. I'm building an audience. So if you like what you see, please share with your friends. Interact with us on Facebook. There's always replays. Please join my YouTube channel. I've got all kinds of videos on there, and the entire all the episodes of the Power Hour are on there with all my prior guests are on there. So if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I believe I have a link for that. I think. Come on. Anyways, well, it's YouTube. You just have to search Lauren Powers and it comes right up. And I've got a lot of content. There you go. There you go. And also my Facebook, Lauren Powers Official. The Body Breakthrough Club is a private club that I have for all my women that want to go through my courses and level up on their fitness. I've got all my challenges that are in there as well. So if you're not a member of that, please join. It's free. My book is available, you guys, Beneath the Muscle, Unleash Your Inner Champion. That is a give to you guys. Yeah, there's some of my reviews. I was kind of blown away of all the Amazon reviews. People that don't even know me that read my book. It was, I don't know. It was very touching to see. It's free there for all you guys because I love you. I love to get some feedback on that. It went bestseller in 11 countries. So I'm a little proud of that, across 98 categories. So there's a workbook that's free, and read the book. As my friend Cara tells everybody that asks questions about me, read her book, read her book. Yes. And if you don't want to miss anything regarding the Power Hour of what's going on in my world, text the word POWERS, POWERS, that's POWERS, to 888-907-2480. Once again, text POWERS to 888-907-2480. You get your Faith and Fitness workout calendar just for being on there. It's free. And if you want to dive deeper with me and really realize that you need to take your health seriously, I do offer a $500 value free Fit Fierce free assessment call. You can scan the thing that's on your screen right now. If you just go to photo on your phone and scan over that, it'll go directly how to get on my calendar. And I would love to have a call with you to dive deeper and see how I can take you from where you are now to where you want to be. And I've got information and hacks or whatever, call it what you will, tips and tricks on how to get there the safest, fastest way so you can be a better version of yourself and be more confident. Get out there and get your e-course out there. And there you go. I want to thank my sponsors, savvy.com/fierce females. We have amazing clothing from luxury line to athletic, super soft and comfortable. I just love this line. We help women make money on there. It's amazing. I also have the Live Kaya. This is another thing, you guys, when you definitely get in my program, you have to take this stuff. It's we've got CBD, we've got chocolates that get you skinny, like it says. We have a burn powder. I take it every day. I lost over 5 pounds of body fat in 9 days when I first introduced this product into my world, and I love it. I get behind it. Nuzuna, I'm training clients starting back up in this EMS suit, which is amazing. It's a 4-hour workout reduced down to 20 minutes. So if you want to get in training with me on that, get in touch with me. And also I have, I think, a Euphoria. There's another supplement that I solely stand behind. It's based on science because it's based on your DNA. So for more information on that, just go to Euphoria, UFORIA, science.com/Lauren Powers. This is what I take every day. It's simple. It's one thing, and I don't have to travel with 50 different supplements. I take this one thing based on my DNA. And I believe there's egg whites. There you go. That's the last thing, you guys. I promise. These are only products I use on a daily basis, and I endorse 2,000%. Egg whites, I drink this every night and every morning. Gets your metabolism going. It burns body fat. You can lose weight, but you're getting pure protein into your system. Love it. It tastes great. I promise it's not slimy or yeah, people like egg whites. No, I promise you, it tastes so good. It's been filtered. You can cook with them and make all these omelets and all kinds of stuff with eggs. But I personally drink it because I'm always in a hurry. and I want that protein in my body right away. So those are the only products I endorse. So I want to thank my sponsors because that is what I do. And people want to know, how do I stay lean and ripped all year round for 20 something years? That's how. So I just gave you all my secrets for free. But anyways, now we are definitely at the top of the hour. I love you guys. Dr. T, thank you for being a fabulous guest on my show. I can't wait to see. I'll see you Thursday at our meeting, and we'll see with Diana. Loved you on here. Love your energy. Love your heart. Love your transparency and how we just have fun with what we're sharing this information, because we have to have fun. Otherwise, we're not going to do it because that's how we roll. Anyways, so you guys, with that, I'm Lauren Powers, Lauren M. Powers, your faith and fitness queen and your host of the Power Hour. Thank you for being on another episode. We'll see you next week. And with that, you be strong, be fierce, and be you. Boom.